I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For our lone member of the audience, primary exit is behind you. If there's an alarm activation, you may also use the exit to my right, to your left at the front. We will give the ground rules. The planning board voluntarily continues to offer remote participation. If any member of the planning board participates remotely, vote shall be by roll call. To come into the meeting remotely, you may use www.zoom.us. You enter a meeting ID of 754-663-912. You may also come in by telephone for audio only. Phone number is 646-558-8656. Same meeting ID, 754-663-912. If you have technical difficulties getting in, please call 603-845-5585. If you're on the phone and you wish to be recognized to speak, hit star 9 to raise your hand, and once recognized, hit star 6 to unmute yourself. At this point, I will introduce the members and staff who are present tonight. To my far right, our alternates, Mr. Mousy and Mr. Appleton. Our planning director, Ms. Robideau.
Good evening.
Our new planning intern, who's here for the summer, Ms. Burrell. At the back is our clerk, Ms. Wilson. Town council liaison, Mr. Chase.
Good evening.
Regular member, Mr. Wood.
Good evening.
Member, Mr. Minervini.
Good evening.
To my far left is Mr. Reventure, who is the coordinator for DerryCAM and makes all the remote coverage possible. We thank you. Mr. Fazioli, who is the engineering coordinator from Public Works. Did I get that right? Member, Mr. Fishman.
Good evening, everyone.
Member, Mr. Pelletier.
Good evening.
Secretary, Mr. Malaby.
Hello.
Our vice chair is absent, so I'd ask Mr. Appleton to sit for him. Mr. Churchill is also absent at the moment, but he has no alternate, so. First item under administrative business is escrow. Item number 26-18 for Beacon Homes Builders, LLC.
Okay, the project name is Subdivision of Land for MAP 29 Lot 46. Developer is Beacon Home Builders. The escrow type is cash escrow, and this is for 46 High Street. It's a 3-lot subdivision. The request is to establish cash escrow in the amount of $71,597.52 for the above noted project. This escrow will be non-interest bearing.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Malaby, seconded by Pelletier to approve the escrow as presented. Mr. Chase?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Minervini?
Yes.
Mr. Appleton?
Yes.
Mr. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Pelletier?
Yes.
Mr. Malaby?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Next item under administrative business is item 26-19 for High Meadows LLC.
Okay, this is also for subdivision of land for MAP 29 Lot 46. The developer was High Meadows LLC. It was also a cash escrow for 46 High Street. The request is to approve a final release of cash escrow in the amount of $71,597.52 for the above noted project. The amount to retain is $0.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Malaby, seconded by Pelletier to approve the release as presented. Mr. Chase?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Minervini?
Yes.
Mr. Appleton?
Yes.
Mr. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Pelletier?
Yes.
Mr. Malaby?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. And then finally, we have item 26-20, Cinema Properties LLC.
Okay, this is for CHI Overhead Doors. The developer's Cinema Properties LLC. This is a letter of credit. The property is located at 10 Ashley Drive. That was the redevelopment of the former cinema. The request is to renew irrevocable letter of credit number 900002, issued by the Milliard Bank in the amount of $45,470.16 for the above noted project. The new expiration date will be June 7th of 2028.
So moved.
Moved by Malaby, seconded by Pelletier to accept the escrow as presented. Mr. Chase?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Minervini?
Yes.
Mr. Appleton?
Yes.
Mr. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Pelletier?
Yes.
Mr. Malaby?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. So now we will move on to approval of the minutes. We have before us the minutes of May 20th, 2026. Has everyone had a chance to read them? Are there any errors or omissions?
Mr. Chair, hearing no comments, I move to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Moved by Malaby, seconded by Pelletier to approve the minutes of May 2026 as written. Mr. Chase.
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Minervini?
Yes.
Mr. Appleton?
I was not present, so I will abstain.
Mr. Fishman?
Abstain for the same reasons.
Mr. Pelletier?
Yes.
Mr. Malaby?
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Correspondence.
Mr. Chair, we have one piece of correspondence tonight. It's from Alexander Mello, the Director of the Community Development Department for the town of Wyndham, just alerting us that the Zoning Board of Adjustment is going to be making a determination as to whether or not a proposed development, which is a sports dome next to Canopy Lake Park, could be a regional impact. They've enclosed the minutes from their May 12th meeting, and then they're going to make a determination on Wednesday, July 1st.
Okay, thank you. So if they determine its regional impact, then we get to go and have a say, right?
That's correct. We'll have 30 days to review the proposed plan and provide comment back to the town of Wyndham.
Excellent. Other business, we have before us our policies and procedures. Since we had two clean readings, it's up for a vote. We have a motion maker attached to the package if someone would like to make that motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the proposed changes to the Planning Board policy and procedures as presented this evening. Changes will be effective as of this date.
Second.
So moved by Minervini, seconded by Pelletier to approve the revisions to the policies and procedures effective this evening. Mr. Chase.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Mr. Minervini.
Yes.
Mr. Appleton.
Yes.
Mr. Fishman.
Yes.
Mr. Pelletier.
Yes.
Mr. Malaby.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes. Thank you. Next item under other business, we have an architectural design review for a sign in the traditional business overlay district at parcel ID 30132, 21 East Broadway, Once Upon Again Bookstore.
Okay, thank you. So as the board is aware, the zoning ordinance requires that all new signs in the traditional business overlay district be reviewed by the planning board prior to the issuance of a sign permit. Once Upon Again Bookstore has opened at 21 East Broadway, and the applicant has a sign permit pending with the building department, and you do have a copy of the decal that will go in the window. And the board would be asked to vote upon the architectural pieces of it.
And so they're having a window decal only, no external structural signs?
That is correct.
Okay. Any other comments, questions on this? If not, we'll have a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move pursuant to the Town of Derry zoning ordinance, Article 12, signs, Section 165-101.5, signs in the TBOD, to approve the sign design presented for Once Upon Again Bookstore, parcel 30132, 21 East Broadway, as presented. The board finds the sign is compatible with the surrounding buildings, meets the regulations contained in the ordinance, and complements the surrounding architecture.
And moved by Malaby, seconded by Pelletier to approve the sign as presented. Mr. Chase?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Mr. Minervini?
Yes.
Mr. Appleton?
Yes.
Mr. Fishman?
Yes.
Mr. Pelletier?
Yes.
Mr. Malaby?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Next item is a conceptual discussion for WRB District, parcel ID 05034, 84 and 86 Rockingham Road. Some of the members may not have actually seen a conceptual. There's really three levels of plan that can come before the board under state law. One is conceptual. It's anywhere from a drawing on a napkin to something less than fully engineered plans. The second is a design review, which is probably 95% engineered. Again, for technical comment, neither of those are binding. We offer comments, but nothing we say, either positive or negative, can be set a precedent for the final application, then the final informal application on which we have a public hearing. So this is the conceptual one. require these in the WRB or encourage them, one of the two?
In this particular case, it is required.
Yeah.
So pursuant to the RSA 676-42A, which references the 3 levels of review that the chair just outlined for us, and our LDCR section 17052, applicants may come before the planning board at a regularly scheduled meeting to hold a non-binding discussion about a proposed project to obtain preliminary feedback. Additionally, in the West Running Brook District, any project which requires a use variance must first appear before the zoning board to seek the board's advice and comment, before the planning board to seek the board's advice and comment as to the suitability of the use for the lot in question, taking into consideration the effect of the variance on the character of the district and any other pertinent data with respect to the master plan. This project is located in the West Running Brook District on a lot that currently contains self-storage. Self-storage is now not a permitted use in the West Running Brook District, and therefore they will need a variance in order to expand on that use. The applicant is considering the addition of 11,675 square feet of additional storage space, which would be 3 buildings. So the recommendation would be to review the proposal and comment on the suitability of the additional self-storage use on the lot, and then we would provide a copy of our minutes to the zoning board for their consideration on when they deliberate on the request.
So clarification, it's an existing storage facility.
It is.
And then when we adopted the WRB, it was no longer a permitted use.
Correct.
So are we determining that this is not a natural expansion of a grandfathered use?
Natural expansions of grandfathered use, usually there's a percentage tied to that. This would exceed that percent.
So,
Yeah, I think,
Well, I suggest that there's probably case law that addresses this, but the planning board is certainly free to give them feedback.
Yes.
And the zoning board is certainly free to look at what we suggest.
Yes.
As to whether they actually need the variance, because it either is or is not a natural expansion, we'll let them take that up with the zoning board.
correct, yeah.
So, we can, we don't accept jurisdiction of,
We don't. So Keith is here from Bowler Engineering, and he can go over more of the details of the plan. We have a copy of the plan in the overhead. If you needed the different sheet, just let us know, and we'll switch sheets for you. Okay.
Keith Cowan from Bowler. Thank you, Elizabeth. She touched on about half of the stuff that I want to discuss. As again, just preliminary, I had the recommendation to, appear before you. We're still going to submit to the ZBA. We'll confirm if that's actually required. My understanding was that it is. That's not natural expansion. As previously noted, it was, its existing self-storage facility was allowed use. Zoning changed, no longer an allowed use, so therefore, that's why I'm here preliminary. Obviously, the idea is to go to ZBA, grant the variance if we need it, and then come back, obviously provide full, engineering site plans for approval. So as Elizabeth mentioned, the existing facility with, there's actually a 4th building down by, closer to Rockingham Road. The survey didn't pick that up. On the next plan, it shows it. And then there's the 3 buildings that have the storage. As Elizabeth mentioned, we're only looking to expand 11,675 square feet, all 1-story building, across 3 footprints. If you go to the next plan.
There were,
Yes, next document, please. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, so this is the, conceptual site plan. As you can see here in light gray, the proposed 3 new single-story buildings. The idea is here they are kind of filling in between the existing buildings. The setbacks remain all the same, except for that one to the bottom right. The existing office building down to the bottom is about 26 feet from that side setback. We're proposing this new one would be only 19 and a half feet, not much of a difference. So again, we welcome feedback on your thoughts as we move forward, trying to get this approved through the numerous agencies here at the town. But basically the idea is there's no additional parking needed. Again, the parking's up front of the office. It's all self-storage. They'll be utilizing the existing pavement drives that are already there. So the only additional impervious would actually be the footprint of the 3 buildings.
Okay. And so the reason for the variance is a use variance? You're not looking for any dimensional waivers or variances regarding, setbacks from lot lines or anything like that?
No, so according to the existing code, we're within the setback requirements from all 3, I believe, is 10 feet. So it's up in the top right as the zoning table. So we're not asking for a variance from the setbacks, it's really just the use.
So I guess the things that the board might ask you to maybe go into more detail, potential, increase in traffic that might impact that section of road in the district. You're saying the buildings are similar height, so visual impact from the road, and then are they going to, in terms of architectural style, color, treatment, are they going to match? So maybe those are the things I would like to hear, and then we can ask the board for other ideas.
Great. So as we come back after the ZBA, we come back to the planning board, would provide the footprints and architecturals, and my understanding is the thought is they would be matched, right? So it seemed like it's seamless, like they were always there. The traffic impact, if it's required, we provide a memo showing the additional trips, but it would be minimal. We're not talking about a large amount of units. So if required, we could provide a increase in trip analysis. I would expect that wouldn't have any really impacts on the level of service on the roadway network. But again, at the request, we could provide that information when we come back.
Any other comments, questions from members of the board on this conceptual? Mr. Chase.
Thank you. So you're adding these buildings, and you said you're using the existing pavement. Are you changing any of the turn radiuses to get in and out of the building areas?
No, the idea is to keep the same width that's on one side and now between the buildings. So we'll not be impacting or planning to add any additional pervious for the drives or the turning movements.
Okay, so I guess what I'm asking is Mr. Fazioli, so the same, it meets the requirements for emergency turn radiuses and such like that, that's not changing at all?
It shouldn't be now. I mean, it's the existing roadway footprint is the same. It doesn't look like he's impacting any of the radii of the turns, so yeah, I mean, I couldn't see anything from a truck turning template being altered by the location of these additions, no. Assuming the existing site is compliant, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
I have no prior knowledge of the existing site, so.
Right.
This doesn't change anything about the existing site's accessibility of a fire apparatus.
Okay.
So when we come back, all that stuff will be there. This is really to determine, do we think it's an appropriate use? And
Right,
would
but
we
if
either
they were going to
be
cram
happy
it in a
about it or
little too
unhappy
much,
about a
it wouldn't
variance?
be. I'd
Yeah.
have comments about
Yeah.
acceptable use if they were trying to put, 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag.
Right.
That's what I was getting at.
Okay. Other comments, questions? Mr. Mousy?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is accurate to what's going on, if I'm actually allowed to say this or not, but so these 3 new structures, they're abutting property owners, is that correct?
So yes, there's obviously property owners that are abutting here. The only one, the bottom right one, is the only one that any closer to an existing setback than the present buildings are.
Okay, I guess what I'm getting at here is, I'll just cut right to the chase, is from what I remember from self-storage units, there's quite a bit of lighting for security and for safety purposes. Is that lighting going to be obtrusive, I guess, to any of the property owners? Is they going to be like, oh my God, now all these lights are coming into my...
As part of the submittal coming back, we provide a site lighting plan, but no, the idea would be obviously to make sure that we don't have spillage off the property.
Okay.
They may have to add a few additional lights on the new buildings, particularly maybe that one to the bottom right, but again, we'll have to evaluate that. But I wouldn't expect too many additional lights that there'd be spillage to the butters.
Okay, anyone else? Mr. Faziol, do you Engineering Department have any concerns about the use?
None at this moment, no. I think as this progresses, we would vet the drainage and things like the site circulation, but at this point, I have no immediate concerns now.
Okay, so now we have a, how does the wording of the motion on this read? We want to give them some feedback. We need something in the minutes that the zoning board can read, and I presume that should probably be in the form of some sort of motion.
It wouldn't be, you wouldn't need to do a formal motion because it's not a hearing, but you could do a straw poll of the board, just to kind of say, you know, do you feel, if you feel that the additional uses would be appropriate, or the additional storage would be appropriate on that lot?
Okay.
Yeah, because it may not be appropriate on another lot. If someone came in and wanted a use variance, you know, for maybe the lot, you know, a different lot in the West Running Brook District, it might not be the same thing.
True. All right, Mr. Chase.
I'll start off if you want.
Sure.
Looking at this plan conceptually as for use, I do not see where it's in obsessive use of the property. It can be determined, I can't right off the top of my head, as Ms. Robideau had spoken as to a percentage of it, but what they're proposing I do not see is overly done. I think it would be an appropriate expansion of their existing business without being overwhelming on the lot.
Okay, great. Well, we'll just go right down the line. Mr. Wood?
This just feels like a natural expansion to me, and if there's no major changes to turn radiuses or no lot line adjustments or anything, I don't see how there's any issues.
Mr. Minervini?
I would agree with Mr. Chase. I would also add that the distance from Rockingham Road to the proposed buildings does make me a little more comfortable with this expansion than I would otherwise be.
Mr. Appleton?
Yeah, I have a similar feeling. Obviously, I'm not personally a huge fan of these self-storage facilities, but this is pretty well off the road. It doesn't seem like it's a huge divergence from what the property already is. I don't see any problem with it.
Mr. Fishman?
I think it would be helpful to have the sightline from the road just to understand the full impact and what's visible from the road given the grade, but generally speaking, I think it's an appropriate use, continued use of this site.
Mr. Pelletier?
I think it's an appropriate use of the site, and I agree with Mr. Wood and Mr. Minervini exactly what they said.
Mr. Melby?
It's the easy job going last, because I can say, yeah, I agree with Mr. Chase. Sort of like Mr. Mousy said, I'd be curious to see the lighting plan and potentially a landscaping plan if there's any, you know, way to hide some of this. But it's already, like Mr. Appleton said, set off the road, so no, I'm comfortable with this.
Okay, so some of the things we're asking about will come back on the formal plan.
Yes.
We're really just considering the zoning use.
Correct.
So the landscaping, the lighting, the road curves are really technically out of jurisdiction for what we're being asked tonight. Based on that, I do agree that it is an appropriate expansion of an existing use on this lot.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great, thank you for your time, I appreciate it.
Yep. All right, Planning Director, Chairman updates.
I have some things today. First of all, just want to formally introduce all the board members to Abby Burrow, who is joining us for the summer. And do you want to say anything about yourself?
Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm Abby. I'm from Haverhill, Massachusetts, so not too far. And I go to UMass Amherst studying sustainable community development.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So you'll get a quick lesson in New Hampshire land use law, which is, as far as I know, pretty different than Massachusetts land use law. So you'll be multifaceted. Welcome. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Any other?
Yep, I do. So just wanted to remind the board of the summer schedule. So we will meet on July 8th, which is actually the second Wednesday in July, so that we're in line with the town council schedule, which will help out Owen's team so that they're not here every week during the summer. And also, we will maintain our meeting on August 5th, and then we'll go back to 2 meetings in September. I forwarded an email to everyone with regard to the NECAPA conference in Manchester in October. It's the Northern New England chapter of the American Planning Association's fall conference. It is a great opportunity to learn a vast majority of things. It covers all, they touch on all aspects of planning and all the planning disciplines. The town will pay for your admission. You can go for all 3 days, you can go for 1 day, you can go partial day, whatever. If there's anything, if members would like to go, it's going to be at the Doubletree in Manchester. If you would like to attend, if you could let Caroline know so that we could sign you up. I know it's early, but it would be good to get that in. We still have a little bit of money left in our training budget, so if we can get that in this year, this fiscal year would be great. I have always learned and taken away a lot. You get very different perspectives because it's Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire all coming together, talking about our different experiences. Even though laws are different in the different states, we can still take some of those lessons and apply them. So it's always a fun time, and it's a great time to network with your peers. What I find when I go to these is the things that are going on in our community is happening in everybody's community. So we're never alone in our in what we're dealing with at any given time. I think during one of the last meetings, I had mentioned that Sylvia Von Aulock was retiring from Southern New Hampshire Planning Commission. Sylvia is very well known for her plan reading workshop that she has provided for many years. I took that back as a brand new land use coordinator way back in the early 2000s. I did chat with Sylvia at her retirement party. She said she would be happy to come and do that for us. And if we would like to think of a few dates, we can set aside a portion of our meeting for Sylvia to come in. And it's a really great training for those who are not as familiar with the civil plans. She will go soup to nuts, show you how, what that is on the plan. We get to indulge our inner child and color for a little bit. It's a fun, interactive workshop, and you come away really being able to look at a plan and be like, oh yeah, I know what that is and what the real impact is of that. And so I would highly encourage us maybe finding a few dates for that. Okay, and then and that was it.
All right. I guess the only thing I have is that we still have an opening for an alternate, so I will again make the marketing pitch for someone to decide they want to come and have fun with us and sign up on the town's website to volunteer.
Okay.
Board member comments? Hearing none, I'll fish for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Malby, seconded by Pelletier to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned.